Nearly 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor sat down every night and wrote himself notes. One line he wrote has outlasted the empire itself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That idea is the entire foundation of Ryan Holiday's "The Obstacle is the Way." The emperor was Marcus Aurelius, and the philosophy is Stoicism. Its central claim is simple. People don't control what happens to them. They only control how they respond. Seen one way, a setback is a disaster. Seen another way, the exact same event is an opportunity. Nothing about the situation changes. Only the frame does. Marcus Aurelius laid out the whole philosophy in one sentence: objective judgment, unselfish action, willing acceptance. Holiday built his book around those same three disciplines: perception, action, and will. Perception is how a person sees a problem. Action is what they do about it. Will is how they endure it. Each builds on the one before it. How a problem is framed determines what becomes possible within it. John D. Rockefeller lived through the Panic of 1857, one of the worst financial crises in American history, and later called it his apprenticeship. That same discipline showed up years later, when he was handed a $500,000 opportunity that looked irresistible and turned it down because it didn't meet his standard. That composure carried him through the 1929 crash without losing his footing. Steve Jobs pushed teams past deadlines everyone else called impossible, not by ignoring reality, but by refusing to accept the first, most limited version of it. Ulysses S. Grant sat for a wartime photograph while a skylight shattered above his head. He brushed off the glass and asked to continue. Neither man eliminated danger. Both had simply trained themselves not to be controlled by it. Fighter pilots in World War II sometimes crashed into the exact target they were trying to hit, a phenomenon called target fixation. It's still the leading cause of motorcycle accidents today. Riders stare at the obstacle instead of the path around it, and steer straight into what they were trying to avoid. George Clooney described the same trap in early auditions, until he reframed casting directors as people with a problem he could solve, not a panel he had to fear. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus drew one distinction above all others: separate what you control from what you don't. Weather, other people's actions, delayed flights, none of it is yours to manage. Attitude, judgment, effort, all of it is. Baseball pitcher. Tommy John built an entire career on that same principle. Worry only about the part of the outcome that's actually his to influence. Perception without action changes nothing. Over-planning can become its own trap. Eisenhower's line that plans are worthless, but planning is everything captures the balance. Prepare thoroughly, then stay adaptable once execution starts. LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman put it more bluntly: if you're not embarrassed by the first version of what you shipped, you waited too long to ship it. Confronting a bigger competitor head-on rarely works. Gandhi never tried to outfight the British Empire militarily. He turned their own strength into a liability through non-violent resistance. The same logic scales down. A small, unbranded gas station once beat Shell and Exxon on a single differentiator neither chain bothered with: clean bathrooms. Smaller players win by finding what the giant can't or won't do. Endurance is the final discipline, not just persistence, but the capacity to withstand hardship without being broken by it. The Stoic ideal is amor fati, a love of fate, treating whatever happens as fuel rather than something to merely survive. When Thomas Edison's laboratory burned to the ground late in his life, he told his son to go get his mother so she could see a fire like that once in her life. He rebuilt within weeks. Holiday later noted that this book focuses on external obstacles, and that internal ones, entitlement, ego, self-sabotage, are often the bigger threat. A gap he addressed in his follow-up: ego is the enemy. He also pointed out that lasting success rarely shows up on a bestseller list or a trending chart. It shows up in what people keep coming back to, month after month, long after the noise fades. 3 disciplines, 1 underlying habit: see clearly, act deliberately, endure without complaint. The obstacle was never really the problem. What people do with it always was.